It's going to be a quite different good time writing today because, well, the time has come. We're putting our whole life on a truck. But thanks for being here. I'm author Lori Thorne, and welcome to Good Time Writing. As I said, this will be quite the different edition of Good Time Writing. I usually take you through my week of productivity, tell you the silly things that I end up Googling, and where my stories are at. However, as you've seen, I am in the heat of the move. So we're headed to North Carolina. I am getting excited about it. I can't wait to have a house that I can put back to normal. However, I did still want to check in with you this week. I have only done 793 words total in Dirty Hands and 503 words total in Occult Accounts. There's nothing super pertinent to share. I do have Vote Your WIP options that you can vote on in a minute. And I'll tell you that while things have been very manual labor and not a lot of time to sit down and do writing, I have been having my creative process off and on for the new book that I became inspired to write that I'm really excited about. So I thought I might share a little bit of that with you instead. So when I have an idea for a new book, I start first thinking of the characters. Who are they? What are their names? Because that's the most key part to writing a good story. You have to have characters that are a person, who act like themselves, who don't just deviate or all the characters act the same. They have to have a perspective. They have to have a past. So I'm starting to just daydream about Mabel Hughes, which is going to be my main character in this next book. What is she like? What does she do? What are her friends like? What is her family like? Where does she come from? So I just keep a little notepad open and I am jotting down things about Mabel and behaviors that I think that she would have and why she has those behaviors, right? She's going to memorize a document and be able to spout it off at someone. Why can she do that? How does she have that ability to do that? She's a court reporter. Okay, so now I have to learn about court reporters, like more than I already know, right? I got a deep dive. So this is just part of that creative process that I'm mostly able to do in my head as I'm daydreaming. And my friend Heather, who does all of my covers, is kind of helping me. She's like asking me questions and sending me very funny ideas that could happen potentially in the situation of the book because she's already been spoiled, poor dear. Anyway, that is the sneak peek into my just very intro creative process. And I'll keep filling you in as things progress because that's just step one. That's just the first thing I start thinking about, and there's going to be more to come. However, now it's time to vote your WIP. I have two favorite lines from these works in progress this week, and you can tell me which is your favorite in the comments. Line 1. The woman had never missed an opportunity to draw my blood, so why was I so enamored with her? And number 2. That was how I was added to a group text thread with the executive team of Food Oasis. It happens to us all, I'm sure. Let me know, and if you have enjoyed this, give me a subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Oh, or I might not see you next week. I'm literally moving on Friday. Probably I won't see you, but the next week after that.